Hello students, so welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to solve few numericals based on respiration. Now see, first question is given, the number of glucose molecules required. How many glucose molecules are required to produce 38 ATP under anaerobic conditions? So you know very well, under anaerobic conditions, one glucose is going to give rise to only 2 ATP. One glucose give rise to only 2 ATP under anaerobic condition because they are only doing the glycolysis, and after that they are going for fermentation in which the NADH which was produced is used back. Okay, so now if suppose I want 38 ATP, it means how many glucose molecule I should use? I should use 19 molecules of glucose. Clear beta? Because you know 2 ATP I'm getting from one glucose. So if I want 38 ATP, it means I should use 19 molecule of glucose. So I hope this first question is clear to you कि how many number of glucose molecules are required. Now see next question. How many oxygen molecules are used in glycolysis of one molecule of glucose? So first of all, you have already studied कि glycolysis never uses any oxygen. Neither glycolysis use oxygen, neither your link reaction, it also does not use oxygen, neither your citric acid cycle, which we call it as tricarboxylic acid cycle. In them, oxygen usage is not there. Oxygen is only used in the last step of ETS. ETS is the one which uses oxygen. And the question is asking how many oxygen molecules are used in glycolysis. So your answer will be 0. No oxygen molecule is used. Clear, beta? See the next question now. How many, one turn of Krebs cycle, one turn of Krebs cycle will produce how many ATP from one molecule of sucrose? So see carefully. Sucrose is made up of glucose and fructose. Okay, sucrose is made up of glucose plus fructose. And one turn of citric acid cycle, one turn of citric acid cycle, or you say Krebs cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle, will produce, see carefully, it will produce 3 NADH, one turn, okay, 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2, and 1 ATP. And ETS, after doing ETS, one NADH give rise to 3 ATP. Okay, beta? One NADH give rise to 3 ATP after ETS. And one FADH give rise to 2 ATP. You have to remember this calculation in the mind. This calculation, please remember. So 3 NADH means total 9 ATP I will get from here. 1 FADH means I will get 2 ATP here, and one is direct, so obviously this one. So 1 ton of citric acid cycle will give me only 12 ATP. Is it clear? It means sucrose has to go for 4 tons of citric acid cycle. But question is asking only for 1 ton of Krebs cycle. You don't confuse, okay? You don't confuse here. You just remember 1 ton of Krebs cycle will produce only 12 ATP, whether you use glucose or you use sucrose. Clear? Now, how many ATP are formed by ETS after oxidation of all NADH formed from one Krebs cycle? You have to just focus only on NADH. So how many NADH are made in the one Krebs cycle? It is 3 NADH are made in one Krebs cycle. Remember, beta. How many NADH? Only 3 NADH are made in one Krebs cycle. And you know, one NADH gives rise to 3 ATP. So if suppose only through ETS, they are asking only through ETS, and that also oxidation of only NADH, not FADH, only NADH. So you will get only how many ATP? 9 ATP. Is it clear? The calculation is clear, beta? Now see next. Net ATP, how many total ATP, how many total ATP you are getting in anaerobic as well as aerobic respiration. So anaerobic respiration will give you only 2 ATP, And aerobic respiration will give you 38 ATP from one molecule of glucose. Now, how many SLP? SLP means substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation. So, how many SLP will occur in 1 ton of TCA? So, you know very well, 1 ton of TCA, your pyruvic acid, I am writing in short, it is changing into acetyl coenzyme A after liberating carbon dioxide and NADH2 by taking coenzyme A, and this acetyl coenzyme A, when it goes for one citric acid cycle, here it makes 6 carbon compound, then 5 carbon compound and 4 carbon compound here, and 4 carbon compound here, and 4 carbon compound here. So it is carbon dioxide and NADH is formed here. Here also carbon dioxide is formed, NADH is formed, plus ATP is also formed. Please focus, ATP is also formed. Here only FADH2 is formed and here NADH2. So from the diagram you can get an idea. See carefully, 1 ton of citric acid cycle is producing only 1 ATP by SLP. Clear beta this one? I'm highlighting it. 1 ATP by SLP. So your answer will be only 1 ATP by SLP. Next. How many ATP will be formed from one molecule of 3-PGAL? 3-PGAL means 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, which is found in the intermediate of glycolysis. Now to solve such questions, always remember that glycolysis will give rise to 2-pyruvic acid. You know very well it gives rise to 2-pyruvic acid. 2-pyruvic acid means there will be 2 link reaction. Okay, and there will be 2 TCA, 2-pyruvic acid. But 2-pyruvic acid will be formed when you completely break down all the glucose till here. It means your 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde as well as dihydroxyacetone phosphate is also converted into 3-PGAL and formation is going on. But question is given to us only one molecule. We have to focus here. When they have given to us one molecule, it means they will do only one link reaction. Okay, beta, we don't have to work on the 2, we have to work only for the one link reaction and we have to work on only one TCA. Now, one link reaction means it will make only one NADH2. And one TCA means it will make 3 NADH2. It will make one FADH2 and directly one SLP it will do. So you know very well that one NADH gives rise to 3 ATP and one FADH gives rise to 2 ATP. So here when you multiply it, your total will come 12 here and here your total will be 3. Clear? So this much is sure that 15, so you will get it. Now, see here in the glycolysis, check carefully. When you are on the glycolysis, your 3-PGAL will change into 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid by giving NADH out. Remember beta? Okay, now 3-dipga will change into 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Just 1 minute, let me erase it. Three PGA by giving one ATP out. 3-PGA will change into 2-PGA and 2-PGA will change into phosphoenol pyruvate and phosphoenol pyruvate will give again ATP out and forming pyruvic acid, which is going to form one link reaction, and from one link reaction it will enter into one citric acid cycle. Now see, you are getting through glycolysis one NADH2. So one NADH2 means 3 more ATP. Okay, so glycolysis, I am writing the calculation of glycolysis here, 3 ATP through NADH. And here you are getting one SLP here and you are getting one SLP here. So total 2 SLP. Okay, so total glycolysis is giving you 5 ATP. This is from the glycolysis you are getting. And you know, one link is giving you total 3 ATP. Clear? And one citric acid cycle is giving you total 12 ATP. So now I hope you can give me the total. Total will be coming 20 ATP. This many ATP you will get when you break down one molecule of 3-PGAL. Is it clear, beta? This is nothing. This calculation of TCA, is it this one only? Okay, beta, and this is your link reaction. Now, how many redox equivalent are removed from PGAL? Right now, I have made NADH2 when PGAL is changing to 1,3-dipGAL. How many hydrogen atom I have removed? If you check, I have removed 2 hydrogen atom from 3-PGAL. So, how many redox equivalent are removed? I removed 2 hydrogen atom. So, 1 hydrogen atom means 1 redox equivalent. 2 hydrogen atom means 2 redox equivalent. Is it clear? So how many redox equivalent are removed? 2. This is again very, very important question from the line of NCERT. Please go and check the NCERT. Now, total number of FADH which are produced from one molecule of glucose. One molecule of glucose. So see carefully, one molecule of glucose will make 2 pyruvic acid. 2 pyruvic acid means 2 link reaction and 2 citric acid cycle. If 2 citric acid cycle means there will be 2 FADH2. Okay, because you know one citric acid cycle will make only one FADH2. When I'm saying 2 citric acid cycle, it means 2 FADH2 will be made. Now, next question, how many water molecules are formed if all the NADH, which is made in one turn, enters into ETS? So please go and check the ETS video. Please go and refer it. Your one NADH, when it is getting oxidized, the ultimate acceptor, its electron acceptor is the oxygen, which is combining with the proton, okay, to form hydrogen atom, and then it is combining again to form water molecule. So we say oxygen, which is ultimate acceptor of electron as well as acceptor of hydrogen to form one water molecule. So half molecule of oxygen will combine it to form finally one water molecule. So one NADH gives rise to only one water molecule. Now in one turn of citric acid cycle, we make 3 NADH. We make 3 NADH. So we are getting 3 water molecule because one NADH gives rise to only one water molecule. Clear, beta? Now, next question is, what is the product of first oxidation of Krebs cycle? So, what will be your answer? So, first product of first oxidation in the Krebs cycle, your answer will be oxalosuccinic acid. For this, you have to remember the long Krebs cycle, then only you'll be able to solve these questions. Is it clear? Next question is, what is the product of last oxidation in Krebs cycle? The product of last oxidation in Krebs cycle is oxaloacetic acid. Third question is, which is the substrate for the last decarboxylation in Krebs cycle? The substrate which is responsible for last decarboxylation is your alpha-ketoglutarate acid. Which product is formed by hydration of 4 carbon compound in citric acid cycle? Product is formed by the hydration of 4 carbon compound. That product is your malic acid. For this, my suggestion is, still if you are having any confusion, then you can go and refer long step of Krebs cycle. Clear, beta? Now, next question is, total number of ATP molecules produced from all NADH formed during oxidation of glucose. So see carefully, if you check from one glucose, how many NADH we are getting till end? So one glucose is giving 2 NADH in glycolysis. Okay, through glycolysis we are getting it. And then we are getting 2 NADH through link reaction because 2 link reaction we have to do. Then we are getting 6 NADH through citric acid cycle because one citric acid cycle gives us 3. So 2 citric acid cycle will give us total 6. So total number of NADH we are getting is 10 NADH we are getting. Total number of NADH which we will get is total 10. And you know very well, 1 NADH gives rise to 3 ATP. Okay, beta, 1 NADH gives rise to 3 ATP. So here your total will come 30 ATP by only oxidation of NADH, not anything, okay, by the oxidation of only NADH plus H plus.